Good morning, my dear students. Today we will start a second part for video of Mamluk dynasty. In the previous video, we have discussed about two important Mamluk sultans, Qutbuddin Aibak and Iltutmish. In this video, we will discuss about three other rulers. They are Sultana Razia, Nasruddin Mahmud, and the third one is Ghiyasuddin Balban. So first we will start with Sultana Razia. Sultana Razia was the daughter of Iltutmish. Before his death itself, he decided to make Sultana Razia as his successor. But during that time, it was not a practice that a female become a ruler. So the people stood against that will and wish of Iltutmish, and they appointed Ruknuddin as the ruler. And after 7 months, Razia Sultan understood that the condition is becoming worse. So she took over the power and she declared herself as the Sultan. And then what happened? She was having she has a slave called Yaqut. He held her in every way and protected her. And in one condition or one situation, he was murdered. And after the murder of Yaqut, she was forced to marry the leader of rebellion, and his name was Altonia. And she married Altonia, and together they tried to crush the rebellion, and they failed in that, and both of them were murdered. And this there comes to the end of the story of Sultana Razia. She was an able ruler, she dressed up like a man, she looked after each and every matter of her country. But the problem was that she was a female. And during that time, we can say that in a male chauvinist place, there is a practice that they cannot accept a lady as a ruler, or they cannot live according to the will and wish of a lady. So that was the only reason why this Sultana Razia, her rule or her that in that dynasty itself, we can see that after Qutbuddin Aibak and Iltutmish, she was the most able ruler. And that is the end of story of Sultana Razia. Now we will move to the next one, that is Nasruddin Mahmud. Nasruddin Mahmud was the son of Iltutmish and the younger brother of Razia, and he became the ruler at an younger age of 17. So he was an inexperienced, he was not having any experience in warfare or ruling the country or taking decisions, etc. So in such a condition, he asked the help of his father's slave called Ghiyasuddin Balban. And this Balban became the prime minister of Nasruddin Mahmud, and Balban protected him. Balban was an able and efficient person, so he helped him in one way or another to look after him there. Then till then, it is said that about 20 years Nasruddin Mahmud ruled Delhi, and Nasruddin, we can say that Balban ruled behalf of Nasruddin Mahmud, and till his death, Balban was a devoted slave of Nasruddin Mahmud and his father Iltutmish. So after the death of Nasruddin Mahmud, Ghiyasuddin Balban, he ascended the throne. So after becoming the ruler, Balban to face so many problems, because he belonged to a slave community, and also the upper caste people and the nobles, they were not ready to accept him as their ruler. So the problem rose when they started revolting against him. So from the top to bottom, we can see that Qutbuddin Aibak or Iltutmish or Sultana Razia or Nasruddin Mahmud, they all belong to the same family. But Ghiyasuddin Balban was not a member of their family, but he is included in this Mamluk Sultans, or in that hierarchy, or in that in that group, because he was also a slave. So we include him in that, though he is not a member of that family. Then after becoming the ruler, he faced 3 problems, and the difficulties are Then the second thing is the threat which we have to, or the governors of the province, and internal problem was there in his empire. That also he was trying to crush. The third thing was the invasion of Mongol. That Genghis Khan, he used to come and fight with the ruler. So three threat was there. First one was from the nobles and from Chalisa, then from provincial governors, and the third one was from Genghis Khan. So from the starting of his rule itself, he started crushing these rebellion. He have done so many things to crush this rebellion. First one was that he started making fort, and he built so many forts, and along with that old one was repaired. Then he started making a good standing army. So many people were appointed, means youngsters were appointed. Then cavalry, infantry, etc. was kept under the control of healthy and able people. Like that, he have done so many things. And earlier, whatever land was given to the soldiers was confiscated, and then he started giving them pension and sent them out of the army. And he appointed so many new youngsters in his army. Like that, so many new things, and he also made so many new arms and ammunitions, and everything was in a systematic way. So he have done so many things to improve his empire, improve his rule, improve his empire, or showing his efficiency. He was a very good ruler to an extent. But when we come to the second side, or we can say that every human being is having their next side. So when we come to the second part, we can say that Balban, he introduced two things that spoiled his rule. So these two things are, first one is Sajda and the second one is Pybos. It means that he believed in the divine origin of kinship. That means he believed that kinship is something which is given by the God. Divine means something from the God. So he believed that he became the ruler by the blessing of the God, and that kinship is a blessing given by the God directly. So according to that belief, he started making two things, that is kneeling and putting the head on the floor or in the forehead on the ground, and going before the king and respecting him. Second one is kissing the feet of the king. The first one is called Sajda, that means kneeling down and touching the ground with forehead. Second one is Pybos, means kissing the feet of king. According to Islamic belief, they only bend or they put their forehead on the ground in front of their God Allah. So it was against their prestige, their dignity, etc. So that's the only negative thing which we can see during the rule of Balban. All other things we can say that he was doing so many good things, but the negative side is that he asked the people to kneel down, and the second one is to kiss the feet of king. Sajda and Pybos. Very important, you have to learn and you have to understand all this. And the next thing is he believed in the divine origin of kingship. Coming towards the last portion of our chapter, he ruled many years. He made a good standing army. He crushed the revolt, and then he made so many forts. He repaired old one, everything he had done. After his death, it is said that he died during 1286. In the year 1286, he died. After that 4 years, some other rulers who is coming under the slave dynasty ruled Delhi, and after that the next dynasty started, that is the Khalji dynasty, and the Mamluk dynasty came to an end because the rulers were inefficient. So that is all about our Mamluk dynasty. We have to study 5 rulers. They are Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Sultana Razia, Nasruddin Mahmud, and the last one is Ghiyasuddin Balban. So notes are given, you can write the notes and you can study the chapter. Thank you.